Help! One of those damn spirits came up right in my backyard. The stupid thing won't let anyone get by. It's got my tools and everything. Just kill the damn thing.
Keeping tight.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. She was my mother-in-law. Never once in her life did she say a kind word to me, and now she tried to keep at me even in death. You got what you deserved! Do you hear me? You deserved it! But any good job deserves a reward, of course. Here you go. She had some nice things in her grave, too. Since she's gone, I guess she won't be keeping me from them anymore. It's not a robbery. We're family. I'm just taking it back. Besides, she doesn't need it anymore, and I do. Now, go and find those ghosts I told you about. Can't get a good day's work done with them still around.
Vengeance will be mine! That cheating, lying sow! Sullying the Ren name and dragging it in the dirt like this! Putting me in the dirt! Ren Fang, if I ever get my claws on you, I'll leave you a stinking, bloated corpse! The whore of a wife who left me to die, who killed me, poisoned me in my own house. When I find her, how can I let the past go when my very reason for existing in this world still is her? She was everything to me in life, and is so in death as well. We'd been having fights, my wife and I, and she decided to end it. I sat down to eat, and the next thing I knew, I had choked to death and ended up here. That whore decided that I wasn't good enough for her, that she would just move on to something else after our years of marriage. She'll pay. Oh yes, she'll pay. But I have to find her first. Most likely, she's still at our old home. It's in the market district near the entrance to the Black Leopard School. Find her and bring her to me.
Is someone there? You. What do you want? Have you come to torture me more? Have you come to see me suffer here unavenged? No one cries for merchant buy. You know of me? You've heard about the pains I suffered in life, and this continued torment I have to endure in death? You can understand? You don't run in terror like the rest. Instead, you talk to me. Perhaps you can help. I was a merchant in life. Not a rich one, but I made enough to survive. I sold mostly to the poorer sections of the city. My goods weren't the finest, but they were practical. At the time, there were a pair of brothers, Seat Su and Si Ran, who were the terror of the streets. They extorted money and goods from everyone. They tried to extort from me. When I wouldn't give them what they wanted, they decided to make an example of me. They killed me and mutilated me, and left me dead in that alley. They terrorized the city for weeks after that, but they were finally run down. That might have been where it ended, just as done, but it wasn't. They were buried here, with me. Their deaths, execution by beheading, were harsh enough that they have risen again. My spirit cannot rest quiet with them here. Even now in death, they mock me and torment me as they did in my final moments of life. They drive me mad! Yes, yes! If my killers are at least removed from this world, their spirits will no longer torment me. You must find a way to defeat them and drive them from this place. They were common criminals, so they were not given a normal burial. They were dumped in a communal grave underground to the south. I'm sure you can find them. Thank you, stranger. If you can truly help me, if you do, I'll show you something that even Shin hasn't found yet.
Dancing pretty lights. There's fire in the air and fire inside. They scream like music. You'll scream like a demon when fading moon puts the light inside of you. There's more than that on my head. There's a crown of flame that burns all the time, even when it gets tighter. You'll scream like those maggot people leeching off the Empire until they burn.
My baby, please, where is he? Where has Shin taken him? Yes. If you know me, then you must know the pain I feel. My baby! That monster Shin has taken him from me. He was only a few moments old when that vile man took him from me, ripped him from my arms and carried him away. Please find my baby. Bring him back to me. Let me know how he's doing. Please. You have to help me find him. Shin must know where he is. That abominable little man took him from me. Kill him. Torture him. Whatever you need. Just find my baby. Find that hideous little man and bring the truth out of him however you can.
So, this is it. Into the lair of the beast. You are certain this is the right course. I mean, I know it is, but there's so much risk. We haven't talked for some time, and this is potentially very dangerous. I needed to know... I mean, I just wanted to say that I hope you stay safe. I know you would, and there's nothing wrong with that, is there? Worry alone does not mean the worst will come to pass. It just means I care, which is more than I feel I have been allowed to show in a long time. You have shown me that, and I'm grateful. Hopefully we'll have time to discuss it further. As soon as we get the information the princess wants, we can get to the palace and rescue Master Li. After that, perhaps we can go back to a simpler kind of life. I do not like this place. Even compared to the rest of the Necropolis, this is a dark and troubled place.
No, no, we can't allow that to happen. It would be too much to bear. But this poor wretch isn't much good either. No, not at all. But what else is there? What else is there? Work, damn you, work! Huh? What do you want? You can't have me, corpse. Not yet. You're not dead. I'm sorry, I just panicked. I thought you were some spirit here for revenge. My name is Wenzi, but the few who come here call me mad. Mad Wen, they say, but I am not mad. I am desperate, it is true, but I know what I am doing. The vengeful spirits of this place will not hold me. Ah, well, my work, you see, while very important, may upset some of those spirits not fully at peace. I am conducting my research. I am a doctor by trade, studying the internals of the body and the energies that drive it. But lately, I have come on hard times. My daughter, Wen Siwei, has fallen ill, and nothing in my previous training could help me with what ails her. Her liver has been rotted from within, corrupted by some energy I have never encountered before. I don't know what it is, but it has prevented her liver from functioning. Now her body no longer responds. I fear she is dying. I could not stand the possibility of her loss, so I took matters into my own hands. I researched the workings of the body and the spirit, as well as the lore of the creatures that live beyond death. I believe I have found a way to save my daughter, but I have not been successful in my efforts. I have found a way to strengthen, no, to replace the corrupt flesh of one living creature with that of another. Through the energies of the earth and by the divine will of heaven, her body can be made to accept the organ as if it were a part of her. She can be given a new life. But these cursed, wretched corpses do nothing for me. They are too old, too dead. Their organs are rotted beyond repair, even the ones recently buried. I need something else, something more. Either one that is perfectly preserved or one that is fresh. Her time is drawing near. If I cannot get a new organ for her soon, I fear it may be too late. I need a liver that has been perfectly preserved. Even a short time after death, the flesh begins to decay. Only a few rare bodies are truly well preserved. I have tried all the organs I could find, but none work. A nobleman here, Jizin, had his body preserved well enough and buried in this graveyard, but his corpse has moved. Thank you. Whatever I can give you in reward, I will. Please hurry. The nobleman was buried in one of the larger tower tombs closer to the entrance. I tried to enter, but his corpse had risen, covered in the protective wrappings he was buried in. I would not have survived. Please, get the liver from him quickly.
did. You came. Wait here. There's a small hole in the wall, just around the side. I'll sneak in and open the door from the inside. There. The ghosts are just beyond the door. They haven't noticed me. Yet. I was just thinking the same thing. I don't want to get any closer to those things. The artifact is supposed to be in the room at the end of the tomb. Once you're there, I'll catch up with you.
Leaping tiger. Longsword. Your time has come. This is your end.
More intruders. My tomb has lain sacrosanct for centuries, and now mortals tread on my very ashes. Your corpse will lie here with those of my subjects, and your spirit will feed my own.
Your end is here. Return to the heavens. Your top. Heavenly wave.
That's it. I've got it. Now let's get out of here before... What's that? Did you hear that? Getting out of here is going to be harder than getting in, I think.
Leaping tiger. Longsword. Leaping tiger.
Hurry! Kill them all!
Leaping tiger. Longsword. This is your You cannot defeat.
Hurry! Kill them all before they kill us! I can't believe we made it out of there alive. You're an amazing fighter. I wonder why Purveyor Shuji wants this bowl so badly. It looks so ordinary, except for maybe this writing. Doesn't make any sense. Conductor, cog, and a bit of iron. Don't play with the tiger. Whatever that means. I can't imagine how it could be interesting, but I'm glad you think so. Thank you again for helping me. Purveyor Shuji is waiting, so I should be going. Goodbye.
They tried to take from me, and they died. I feasted on their souls. Such is the evil I was in life, and am again in death. The underworld has no place for me. Shin lives. I am evil incarnate, a man so vicious and vile that the spirits deemed me unfit to pass into death, and cursed me into this wretched form. Shin lives, indeed. Now I feed on the flesh and souls of the living, in payment for my vanity. My perfect body is a testament to my crimes. My very touch spreads my corruption. Never! My sins can never be redeemed. This is my fate. The curse of years weighs down on my soul, and I can never rise from it. It is, and will forever be. Now you too will share in this cursed fate.
Longsword!
No, 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 Oh, you! Have you managed to find some way to help me? You do? Thank you, thank you. Yes, yes. It looks like it's been preserved well enough. Although, it seems a little dark. It feels odd. But no matter, it's good enough. Now I must begin quickly. Her life energy is fading fast. No! No! Something is wrong. Quick, come here and help me. No, no, it's not working. The lever functions, but it's just not working. You, stranger, you were not like me. You are something different, something special. I noticed it when you first came in. Your energy, your chi is different. Please, stranger, I beg you, use whatever you can, sacrifice whatever you can so that my daughter will live. Innocents like her should not have to die in a place like this. Stranger, you are amazing. Wait, what is that?
have driven me out of her, my liver. But I'll have my vengeance yet. I'll destroy you and her both.
This is your...
Her breathing has slowed, and her heart rate is returning to normal levels. Whatever you did, stranger, you have saved my daughter. You have my gratitude forever for this. I know this must have cost you dearly. If ever I find a way to repay you, I will seek you out. But now, this is not a place to heal. My daughter is saved, but she is not well. I must take her to somewhere she can rest in peace, not surrounded by death. Here is all that I have. Everything else was spent in pursuit of my dream. I thank you. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Ah, look who has come to see us. A mortal, then? Shall we feast, brother?
Yes, I want to hear his screams as I tear the skin from his bones.
Your edge is neat. What do you want? Have you found that worthless... Oh.
The grave-digging business sure is a killer. What do you... What about them? Is...
Ah, it's you. I wanted the chance to thank you again for what you have done for my daughter. She can live a full and healthy life now, one a father can be proud of. I have not forgotten the sacrifices you made to bring her back to me. I told you that I would repay you if I had the chance. With my mind free of the worry I had for my daughter, I was able to look at my old notes once more, and I realized something I could do. Here, this is a collection of all the notes and learning I accumulated in trying to save my daughter. It is science, not magic. I am sure it will be able to assist you. I hope you will use it wisely on the path the heavens have given you.
His daughter deserved this second chance. He loved her dearly indeed.
Hello again. What can I do for you today? Here you go.
If you think you've seen this person, you must report it to the...
Always a pleasure. Yes, I heard that Fading Moon's arsons had ended. Excellent work. Burning the poor is troubling after a fashion, but the scholars and merchants... that was her mistake. Yes, of course they do, and they shall have exactly as much protection as they can afford to contribute to the taxes. Here's the standard bounty. Accept it with the thanks of the Empire. Well, that brings an end to our pursuit of two fiends. A shame I don't have more work for someone with your skills. Of course. Thanks again for your help with those miscreants.
A great bounty hunter to have dealt with 2 cases in so little time. Your work is not done, though.
There's something very odd about this man, but I can't say what.
There is another in this city with a price on her head. A richer price than those 2. Her name is Aishi the Mournful Blade, and you can find her at the Black Leopard School. She is accused of most crimes, and several had to be invented to account for her actions. She is a terror upon the face of the Empire. Murder, theft, and worse, yet never a smile or a hint of revelry in what she did. That is why she is known as Aishi the Mournful Blade. I watched her walk into this city, and now I tell you, there's no mystery in this. Because I want you to know. My role in this matter is of no concern to you. I am simply an old man who sees a chance for some good to come from bad. When you reach her, you should ask her for her story. She has a most interesting tale to share.
Hello again. Purveyor Shuji was so happy to see the artifact that he released me and my mom from our debts. Thank you again for all your help.
My name is Aishi, the Mournful Blade. And if you are another hunter come to claim my head, I suggest you turn around and walk away. That one didn't listen to me. I hope you have more sense. I have a tale to finish. I see no need to tell it to anyone but myself. Stranger, if you continue to talk to me, I will stand up and face you. If that happens, our meeting will end with one of our deaths. So be it.
This woman has looked death in the eye and refused to blink. She is strong.
You're not what I expected. Harmony surrounds you and flows out into the world as you pass. I have a story I would share willingly with you if you would hear it. Do you know anything of me? Anything of the terror that is Aishi, the Mournful Blade? In my years in this empire, I have been a wanted criminal, a bandit, a murderer, and worse. I have burned entire towns to the ground to avenge some petty dispute between lords and led men to slaughter peasants by the score for their meager possessions. It is all too easy to lose your conscience once you have denied it. I was not always like this, but I remember all too well how my descent began. My father died when I was still a girl, and with him gone I felt no sense of direction. I had no other family to turn to, and so I was alone. I met a boy. He was a natural leader. He had drive and direction. I was in love. He used to enjoy tormenting the children of our village, and I thought it was all fun. Then, one day, he pushed a young boy into the river outside of town. It was fast-moving and would have swept the child away, but he managed to grab hold of a rock. Why, indeed? In the intervening years, I've come to believe that it was more than simple horseplay. There was a gleam in my young man's eye that I cannot forget. The child screamed for help. His cries were shrill with terror, for he could not swim. I moved to help him, but I felt a hand on my arm. The boy I loved turned to me and said, "If we help him, he'll only tell the others what we have done. We have to let him go." Something in his voice. I believed him. That poor child was swept away in the current and was found dead downriver days later. We never told anyone what we had done, but I could never forget. If we help him, he'll only tell the others what we've done. We have to let him go. Simple words, but they still echo in my head even now. Nights are worse. I can't sleep for the screams of that boy as he washed away. I still hear them to this day. I have followed his life since that day, as I descended into my world and he climbed the ranks in the Imperial Army. That is why I have come here now. I am tired of my life, but at least I have lived it. He deserved to live as I did, but has never felt a moment's remorse for his part in that day. If you came here because of the rich reward on my head, you may even know him. Captain Shin of the Imperial Army is my quarry. I must make him pay for that boy's life. You know him, clearly. Until now, I wasn't sure how I would approach him, but you may have provided the answer. If you help me, I know how I can reach Shin. You need merely to escort me to his station by the gate. A subdued prisoner could get close enough to deal with Shin. Once I have dealt with him, you shall have your bounty. I couldn't let you be implicated in my final murder. Let's go write an ending to my tale.
What is the meaning of this?
Hello, my love. Or should I call you by your rank now, Captain Shin? Surely it's been a very long time.
Aishi, what are you doing here? You're a wanted criminal. You can't be here.
It's time I paid for my crimes.
Well, it's good to see our new bounty hunter was able to bring you in. Frankly, Aishi, I thought you'd fight to the death. You weren't this weak when...
No, I was weak. Otherwise, I would have ignored you by the river. I'm going to pay for my crimes, but there's one thing I have to do first. I have to kill you.
What? No! Guards!
Your men will be dead before they can get within 3 paces of me, Captain. Don't order them to their deaths. I already owe you 1 lifetime of pain. Do not bring more than that upon yourself.
She's mad! She means to kill me! You, protect me. I'll double the bounty. Damn you both! You're both going to waste away between worlds! I'll make sure the underworld won't take your rotting corpses!
Shin is dead. Dead like that poor boy we let wash away. I should have made him suffer more. Stranger, I cannot thank you enough. I have touched 1,000 lives with my crimes, and yet now I feel some peace. It is time my story ended. I have only one more favor to ask. Face me now, and grant me an honor... No, there is no honor left for me. Just grant me an end. You can't be the one to let Aishi the Mournful Blade walk free. That would cast undeserved suspicion upon you, and that crime I will not commit. Face me, and let this battle be glorious enough that the city will talk of it for generations.
Leaping Tiger! Longsword! I hoped it would end this way. She may have found some peace. Here, take this. It's something Aishi would have wanted you to have, I think. I hate for a good deed to go unrewarded. Aishi the Mournful Blade was my daughter.
Wait, he's dead. He's a ghost, but his will is so strong I couldn't tell until just now.
Some things are stronger than anger, Spirit Monk. Love is one of them. I died before the gates to the underworld closed, but I couldn't let go of my daughter. I worried for her, and rightly so, but I think she will find peace now. Every ghost slips into madness over time, but some of us have a reason not to. We can fight back the longing and despair for a time. I will wait. What choice do I have? I know the underworld is cut off, but I must try to fight through the despair and anger. I have some idea of what you face. Take my best wishes as you try to set things right. I have waited for more than 2 decades. I can wait a bit more, and now I have a reason to smile.
Talk to Junda if you'd like to buy some buns.
Excuse me, out of my way. I've got to get these buns to the Scholars Garden. Quick, now move.
I'm very sorry. Please accept my heartfelt apologies. My husband has the manners of a strutting cock sometimes.
I seem to recall you rather enjoyed my, strutting at one time, old woman.
Shush now! You'll offend the gods of decency. This poor traveler's likely to think that the Imperial City is full of indecent folk and offensive talk. Now then, after all the trouble we've caused you, is there anything we can help you with? We've got fresh buns. Just made them myself.
Talk. That's all people want to do. I don't get paid to talk. I sell buns. That's what I do.
Ha! No time to talk, he says. The only time you're ever quiet is when you're eating one of my buns. Now be polite and answer some questions.
We're members of the local traveling circus. I'm a fire eater and Lena is a juggler. We just sell buns on the side to make a little extra silver.
Junda, could you try to be civil just this once? This buffoon of a man is Junda, and I am Lena, his wife, as he is fond of reminding me. We sell buns here in the city. Well, I bake, and he sells.
Go then. I have buns to sell, and it doesn't look like you're buying.
Don't mind him. He just takes a while to get used to. Much like an ache in the bones if it lasts long enough. Eventually, you learn to ignore it. Good day to you.
Yes. Is there something I can do for you? Yes. Yes, I am. How do you know my name? Have we met? It should never have happened. I was preparing dinner for him, as I normally did, but it burned, so I went and bought some food already prepared. It was the salmon. I knew it smelled odd when I bought it, but the price was right, and I needed it in a hurry, and I'm so ashamed. Yes, it is. No matter what you say, I will live the rest of my life with this guilt. But what pains me more is that his spirit cannot rest. I have tried to visit his grave, but his madness knows no bounds. He seeks to drive me away at all costs. I think he might even try to kill me. He never listens to me. He doesn't give me a chance, but maybe if you were there with me. Could you be there with me? If you believe me, he might listen. Yes, if we went together, he might listen. Can we go now, then, to see him?
You're back to gloat over this victory of yours, Harpy? Causing my torment and death, is that satisfying to you? How can you be so certain? How can you believe her after you know what she's done to me?
Because he believes me. He has seen me at our home mourning for you still. Not a day has gone by where I didn't cry over your death. It almost makes me wish you'd have your wish, just so I could be with you again.
Feng, you really do care. Then all this time, my cursing, it was wrong. You killed me, but I see now in those eyes I fell in love with that you didn't mean to and that it pains you greatly. I forgive you, Feng.
Thank you for what you have done, for both of us. In time, I hope I can repay you your kindness.
Have you managed to defeat them at last? Thank you, thank you. I feel as if a great weight has been lifted from my spirit. Here, let me show you this. Something Shin hasn't found yet. I hope you use it well, and thank you.
Please, bring me my baby! Have you found my baby? Have you seen him? Are you sure? I know I wouldn't be able to stand it if I was separated from him again. Please don't let this madness consume me. Are you sure it is the right grave? I cannot read. Which one is he? This is him! My poor darling. Shen too. He is truly dead after all. I could not bring myself to believe it. Dead before his time. He rests here near my own body. My darling, darling boy. I come to you now.
The grave-digging business sure is a killer. What do you need? What about them? Well, that's a relief. Can't have her going off and trying to rip out my eyes or something every time I go around there. I need those eyes. Here's the reward I promised you. Now, if you find any more, remember, I'll pay good money for you to put them back down again. So get out there and get some ghosts. Venerated ancestors. Anything else you want to know about the ghosts? Well, that makes things easier on me for sure. Now I can start selling those old plots again. Next time I'll just throw the bones in the river and be done with it. Here's the reward I promised you. Now, if you find any more, remember, I'll pay good money for you to put them back down again. So get out there and get some ghosts. Any good riddance. Hells, it was probably his old lady that offed him in the first place, and for good reason too, I bet. It's all just business to me, you understand. Here's the reward I promised you. You know, you've done a lot of good here in the Necropolis. You've managed to clear out pretty much all of the really troublesome spirits here. One spirit didn't stay here at all, though. Took up his body and left. Moved in with his son, I heard, and the son isn't pleased. He even asked me for a refund. Now that was an expensive burial. I can't give refunds like that. It's bad for business, too, having my customers getting up and walking away. That's where you come in. I need you to go to the tanners in the city core and put his father back in his grave once and for all. It's Tanner Fong. There'll be an extra big reward for that one. Is there anything else you need right now? Well, you know where to find me.
Sipa sair ki unir, Juanurk shinroni sipa. Owo sair uyukap tantarundano, wo tarwair shath. Owo sair uyukap tantarundano, wo tarwair sh. Owo sair uyukap tantarundano, wo tarwair shath.
Wowo sun ponono, yapapap nasia iwiros. Sa ir yakoak, kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Wotowir ukawana ir usoanata hoki. Niato nonapadi irovir. Onoyu iwakitsu sa irokawash. Oki fakarea, ni ukori. Ikirnik tinepiru, wo iferek uk. Niato nonapadi irovir. Kuni uk nawata I. Wo anania ifewir uk sonorok no. Kunir fuk no sankud na no wananyap. Tasi si tintu. Funir wo si ye. Ikirnik tinepiru, wo iferek uk son puno.
Wo afawir sun urk fonir uk. Uksier sa fit. Ak nukwair tu ak ifruir nuk apifu taftuir kwair fenurt.
He didn't deserve to die.
Koni akanatir ud kwair washun. Uk yo wir rufir nisair shenefushpa. Sair Renkipa, Sair Thinopi Wuwuth, Usair Wan. Akwiwo Ofir, San Kasawir, Wowo Siyutana.
Ukirwir, no fantayana ukona ni pinatawa. Niato no napadi irovir.
Wo afawir sun urk fonir uk. Uksir sa fit kup wo sarkir.
Kwa air, ki yir iyo ni wo sahir brante. Ikirnik tine piru, wo iferek uks.
Wo afawir sun urk fonir uk.
Tragic, you know, but that's life, right? That's death, too. Not my problem, see? Just, well...
Uksair sinasa nasir, purkik, uk nikda nasi karnoir ukersi. Wo anania ifewir uk sonaruk noka uk snapi.
Yeah, well, if everyone thinks you're dead, the next time you show up there, they'll likely be ready with torches to make sure you stay dead this time.
Sair yakowak, coconut.
It's not much of a life, but it won't be like someone's trying to kill you.
Irkana, o nikasurir kwana no kasair iruru.
Sure, whatever. Now, I'm not gonna pay you for sitting around on your behind all day, so get to work.
Ukirwir, no fantayana ukona ni pinatawa?
Yeah. Sure. Now get shoveling. Oh, you again, eh? Well, Fong here can stay and work for me for a bit while he tries to clear his name and prove he's not dead.
Sairos diusiat, sarorasip.
Yeah, sure. Now that you're working for me, you're gonna have to earn your keep. Now, pick up that shovel.
Okay, fakarea, ni ukoristroipo.
Best thing is, if he goes and keels over, his grave's already dug. If I ever see a spirit that needs to be put back down again, I'll seek you out. The great... Yeah, well, the old guy's a bit of a slacker, but...
We will cook up here, Finn.
Yeah, anyway, he seems to be working out all right. Still goes on about getting his home back, though. But he's pretty old as it is, and I figure any...
Ah, I was told to expect a new recruit, and you fit the description. Well done braving the Necropolis. A troublesome walk, but it weeds out the weak. I am the Watcher, and this is the fortress of the Lotus Assassins. It was built amid the graves of 1,000 generations, the tomb of the Emperor at its core. Come, I will show you to the Hall of Induction. If you have servants, they will be allowed to accompany you, but you are responsible for their actions. Formed from the defunct Order of the Lotus Assassins are an extension of the Emperor, as dictated by Death's Hand, and implemented by Grand Inquisitor Jia. Thanks to her direction, we are becoming the face of power in the Empire. The Imperial Army will soon be stationed only at taverns and fish markets. The great golem army constructed here will spread across the Empire. Our masters will be all-powerful. You will assist if you survive. Weak recruits die quickly. Master Gang is one of our traders. He will be your master as you seek to become an assassin. He is harsh, but his knowledge will be invaluable to you. You will find him at the opposite end of the Hall of Induction, near the entrance to the central chambers. Do not keep him waiting. What would you like to know? Death's Hand is the one who brings us the will of the Emperor, but Grand Inquisitor Jia rules in his absence. Death's Hand rules us all. We obey him in all things, for he is the will of the Emperor. There is no more to tell. Our lives are his. Grand Inquisitor Jia is the foremost acolyte of Death's Hand. She was one of the first converted from the old Order of the Lotus, and she is fearsome in her power. You would be wise to never even give the appearance of challenging her. She takes offense easily, and even masters have been killed for displeasing her. She is not found by just anyone. Excel in your tasks, and perhaps you will be blessed with her attention. Fail, and you will be cursed with it. I will answer, but you should not delay your duties. I saw no one. Only the most skilled of our number can enter this place without my knowing. I am the Watcher. This was to be the tomb of the Emperor. It rests in the heart of the Necropolis, the accumulation of thousands of years of the Empire's dead. It was the perfect place to begin constructing the utterly loyal golem forces the Emperor demanded through Death's Hand. We could harvest all the spirits we need. No, you fool. We harvest spirits. Many linger where their bodies interred, although the freshly dead produce a far more responsive golem. We now exclusively butcher slaves for this purpose. If you are lucky, you will be allowed to help in the process. They are the perfect soldiers, unrelenting, obedient, the ideal that all Lotus assassins aspire to achieve. Slaves that die to be golems are blessed. The Imperial Army is weak, filled with questioning generals that do not know the path to glory. Even we assassins envy the pure subservience of a golem. Soon the will of the Emperor will be plain, and Death's Hand will step aside so he can enforce his glorious vision openly. Opposition will be impossible. There are those that think the Emperor must serve the will of the people, but they are traitors in disguise. His glory is our glory. Death's hand will make it so. I will... Go to your teacher, Acolyte. Do not keep him waiting. The far end of the hall, at the entrance to the central chambers.
Hopefully service under Master Gong will lead us to the information we need. We knew about the golems, but is Death's Hand or the Emperor behind it all?
Kop awuka inir, o afawafi ithaturo turo uk. Uk niknak ir katlik no yok, wo knik fetai.
With the rise of the golems, we acolytes have fewer opportunities to serve. You are unwelcome.
Kop awuka inir, o afawafi ithaturo turo uk.
We are losing status to the golem army, and you want to take more attention away from us? I think you need to prove your worth.
We have nothing to prove to these animals.
Wuwir aki thita hirir koni afafatir? Utarawi ir, kupkitir sanir naur kurk, pan. Okiruk fir nir nikir pra.
More blood to stain my hands. A badge of honor.
Leaping tiger. Long shot.
Yeah!
Wo ofno aknati nir sasi ir yawak orui.
So, there is no discouraging you. You have come to the heart of the assassins, and you already have enemies. Are you certain you are ready for what you will learn here? I don't think the choice is yours anymore. This is my realm, where my demons hide. You will be forced to see them. We have discussed much in our time together, but not everything. I left some things buried, but now you have descended to their level. Whose side is worthy of having me? Is your motivation so clear now that you walk these halls? Go. Your new master is waiting. Secure a place near the heart of the assassins, and you will be near your goal. Grand Inquisitor Xia is key.
I don't know what to make of Zu. He seems so tormented.
Ukia kupa bitita soki kustan fatiwe ia kune usot. Wonoa ia sususatia sonsifonia sonsi ia. Oifo ia uksonkop no goi. Koni uk noia kup sa ia. Oifo ia uksonkop no goi sonsia. Kutkosi wiwa ia wonoa ia ifo wia o. Ni wo sosawa ia wa tasi non.
What is this? Another acolyte feeling their way around in the dark?
It takes some time for their eyes and skin to adjust. For the first few weeks, they're as easy to kill as newborn kittens.
What do you want, acolyte? We've done our work for the day and don't want to be disturbed. Unless the press is broken, leave us. We keep the golem press functioning. Without us, the machines could not keep up the ambitious pace that Grand Inquisitor Gia has set.
It takes 2 minds, 2 pairs of hands to control the inner structures of the press. You fools just see the controls. Inside the machines, it is impossibly complex.
You would not understand the complex balance of gears and sorcery that makes it function. Even flyers are simpler creations. By the will of the Emperor, Death's Hand had it created.
With parts stolen from some great celestial furnace.
That's nonsense. Not everything our craftsmen create is stolen or gifted from somewhere else. We have the capability on our own.
You are falling behind, gang. Grand Inquisitor Gia is not happy, therefore I am not happy. If your work does not improve, I will have to stop taking credit for it. The latest battalion of golems stand idle because of you. If the production of the Jade golem is delayed again, perhaps your soul will fuel our next attempt. I trust I have made myself clear.
Yes, Master Shin.
I thought so. Do not let anything delay you further. It would be a shame to once more remind Grand Inquisitor Gia how incompetent you are. Yes, an absolute shame.
What do you want? So help me, if you're just some wandering slave, I'll have you butchered to color the clay golems. Wait, no. You are the one I was told to expect. A new recruit. As if I don't have enough trouble watching over the other fools in my care. Your best is no longer the limit of what we expect, despite what you have achieved elsewhere. You will be reconstructed into the perfect obedient slave. If you survive, then you will be an assassin. For now, you are a Lotus acolyte, and your life expectancy is not long. Follow me down to the central chambers when you are ready to begin your indoctrination. Do not keep me waiting. A battalion of golems stand idle. Ah! Ah! Damn the heavens for the fools I lead. I am destined to suffer for their incompetence, and I have one man to blame for it. Shin. The old scorpion had one of his followers shatter a spirit shard during training. There are ghosts everywhere. I've lost 8 slaves and 3 acolytes to them. You, new blood, get over there and occupy those ghosts until I can get real Lotus assassins to clean them up. Golem production cannot be delayed by this.
That does not sound like an order you were meant to survive.
Go on. It's your first sacrifice for your new life. I'm sure it will be glorious.
Another of Gong's weakling acolytes headed to the slaughter. How many of the ghosts killed so far?
11, 12, does it matter? Worthless as one, worthless as a group.
Go on, then. Let's see how you fare. We'll need to sluice the blood out of there by the time they manage to destroy those ghosts.
You live? And the ghosts are gone? Well, I did not expect this. It would seem that I have a competent acolyte for once. Interesting. Recruits are rarely of use before we strip them of their outside identities, but you beg a more interesting application. Could you be the one I have waited for? Your duties would normally include a period of deprivation in a cell until every hint of self and identity was stripped away. It is a draining, brutal awakening. I need a favored protege, someone willing to risk everything in my service. I will preserve your intellect, allow your inventive mind to remain, in exchange for 2 tasks. One is your duty anyway. The other is something to secure your future at the heart of the Assassins. Lotus acolytes are utterly expendable. You deserve better. You must operate the soul extractor, past the room where you fought the ghosts. In the coming weeks, you will help swell the ranks of the Empire's glorious golem army. Golems are fueled by the souls of the dead. The recently dead, it turns out, make far more obedient and powerful golems, especially if brutally killed. We no longer mind the Necropolis for souls that linger near their resting place. We butcher slaves instead, and extract their souls into spirit shards. Tonight we require a shard of exceptional quality for a Jade golem that will control the latest battalion of golems. You will oversee this in the extraction chamber. You clearly deserve better than the short life of a regular acolyte. Your ability surprised me. Use it to surprise the others as well. Help me gain the power to help you. Kill Master Shin, my superior. You are perceptive. It is a tricky matter and therefore a good test for an otherwise expendable acolyte. Your kind die often in the machinations between masters.
You're just fodder to him. Make sure we stay useful or he'll find another favorite.
The politics of the Lotus Assassin Order are complicated. It's all right if murder is suspected, so long as it appears deserved because of incompetence. That is your task to figure out, Acolyte. This is a dangerous place. Find a way for him to have an accident that disgraces him. I, of course, must not be implicated. Talk to my acolytes at their stations, in the golem press room and the soul extractor. These are dangerous machines. Find a sharp corner Shin can crack his temple on. Return to me when you have an idea for an appropriate accident. I don't care what it is, as long as there is a corpse for me to gloat over in the end. Remember your tasks, Acolyte. Create a spirit shard in the extraction chamber for the Jade Golem, and find a creative way to kill and disgrace Master Shin. You can also seek training from Acolyte Trainer Guang. I'm sure you are her superior, but she might have something of use to you.
An acolyte of Gong's, So am I. Let's identify what training you need by sparring for a short time. Let's keep it non-lethal for now. You'll find you have enough enemies in this place. We acolytes are utterly expendable. Good. Remember, no killing blows. I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to practice those later.
Longsword!
Well, you would appear to have more than a passing knowledge of combat. I could almost see some kind of flaw, but I was clearly outclassed.
Yes, you were. I knew this acolyte was something special, but I didn't think my trainer would be made to look like a fool. You, New Blood, you will be the trainer now. When I am promoted, you will train all my acolytes. You, assist him if you can even do that.
You'd would seem that you have taken over my duties. I will still serve as an advisor, as Master Gong ordered. There are techniques I can share. In truth, I did not like being a trainer. Life for any of Master Gong's acolytes is rough and short, but especially so for trainers. Master Shin sees to that. My duties, your duties now, include training Master Shin's personal entourage. In the past, if a trainer was too good, Shin had that trainer killed to keep Gong weak. I think one member of his entourage is a full Lotus assassin. I have survived by appearing unimportant and staying out of the fight between Gong and Shin. You're in a hurry to make enemies, aren't you? Very well. Master Shin has a new attendant in his entourage who is supposed to be trained. Attendant Keaton. She is replacing one of the acolytes who did not return from Tian's Landing. There was no explanation. I assume he was weak and was discarded. You can find her and all of the other attendants by the doors to the inner chambers. They wait there for when Shin leaves to inspect new slave shipments. You are supposed to train the attendants in his entourage. Some need it, but if you seem too skilled, your next fight will be against the hidden Lotus assassin. Besides, it wouldn't weaken Shin for long. I suppose he would be alone and more vulnerable if he had to fight right away, but he will replace them in time. Accidents happen, and even the attendants in his entourage are just acolytes, and therefore are utterly expendable. There would not be much fuss. However, you would probably find yourself training the hidden Lotus assassin in the next bout. Any skilled acolytes under Gong are quickly disposed of. Are you mad? Well, it doesn't matter. You must train one at a time. If you seem to be too strong a target, I'm sure they will accommodate your death wish. I have learned a number of techniques.
So, you are the new trainer. You think you have something to show us? Master Shin has us test each of Gong's trainers to make sure they are skilled.
But not too skilled. Am I your next student? I assure you, I am more than capable of defending myself. I was made an attendant because of my skills. Oh, don't worry about me. Worry about yourself. Let's move this fight to the Hall of Induction so I have room to enjoy this.
Your end is near.
You killed Khitan. The life of an acolyte is forfeit when they walk into this place, yes. But for one of Gong's ragged minions to do this is unforgivable.
Do you think you can make such an insult and disguise it as a simple training mishap? You are a fool.
If you are ready, trainer, your next student is waiting. It is my task to make examples of Gong's acolytes who show too much promise. My skills are above question. Gong is about to lose another of his pitiful acolytes. Come, let's move to the hall, and I will end this.
You killed Kai Feng? But he was fully trained.
Such insolence will not go unpunished. We'll make an example of you soon enough. Your corpse will be dragged before your master.
But Kai Feng was a full assassin. How could he have fallen?
Shut up! This fool will pay. You'll see. You'll regret this. Lotus Acolyte of Gong, we must make an example of you. You have insulted the attendants of Master Shin's entourage.
The Masters do not care whether acolytes live or die, so it is up to us to avenge the deaths of our fellows.
We will not appear weak. We are the attendants of Master Shin. You will die as penance for your insult. Your death will be an example to all of Gong's fools.
You cannot defeat my spirit!
That was an impressive display, Acolyte. I've never seen Shin's attendants so handily dismissed. Master Shin's enemies are probably very impressed with your actions. I can only speculate, of course.
Smarmy idiot. He wants our help as long as there's no risk to himself.
I marvel at your ability. You show no fear of the enemies you make. You will do well here. You have no more acolytes to train for now. Is there anything else you need? I showed my ability in the arena, and when I asked, their recruiter agreed. I have only one skill, and this was the best place to exploit it. Combat, killing. The army was too strict, the arena too tame. Here, when they want an enemy destroyed, that enemy is destroyed. Sometimes family and all. We are all here for one reason, and that includes you. We are killers, plain and simple. There are no Lotus assassins with hearts of gold. Goodbye,
You approach the soul extractor. The assassins want you to create a spirit shard, to crush a life to power a golem puppet. They are very efficient in their brutality now. It wasn't always like this. Fear used to be the primary tactic. Destroy the family of one to ensure the loyalty of all. It caused chaos, uprisings, close allies turning on each other. Those inclined to betrayal fear it the most. Imagine if you could corrupt the machine and return the chaos of disloyalty the Emperor dreads. No matter your motives, helping the assassins harms you. If you corrupt the spirit shard, you can move forward while also crippling their golems. They seek control. There used to be a chance to disobey when the order given was too harsh. The victims pointlessly innocent. Now there is only obedience. There is something chaotic enough to disrupt that. In the elevator room to come, descend to the deepest mine, to the oldest graves. Just go. The thieves await you. Remember, the deepest mines. They are closed now for being too troublesome. That is where you will find what you need.
You must be Master Gong's latest acolyte. I heard there might be a new recruit, but they typically aren't ready for service so quickly. Stripping a will can take time. But Master Gong is known for being generous to those who please him. You must be quite exceptional to be allowed into service so directly. This device is the soul extractor. It has a loftier name, but we are here to glorify Emperor Sun through Death's hand, not pay tribute to some distant celestial lord. It is mounted on an elevator that reaches deep into the Necropolis. Until recently, we excavated bodies to extract spirits that lingered near their graves. The results were unpredictable. Now we use slaves. Freshly killed spirits make the best golems. The more painful the death, the better. The extractor is not gentle.
Horrible. If the Emperor really is behind this, he's a monster.
The soul extractor certainly kills whatever is placed within it, but little is left of the victim, so you cannot prove they did not belong there. Only a spirit shard remains. The golem press is far more dangerous, but I have nothing to do with that ungainly device. I prefer the elegance of ripping slaves apart. Then you should select a suitable victim for the procedure. I would recommend one of the slaves on the prison level. Selecting from elsewhere could bring unfortunate results, and I would not wish to see you disgraced so early in your time with us. Use the lever to select a floor, and this platform will move there. You are free to go where you wish, but I would avoid the lower mines. They are restless. The older tombs have spirits that have festered in their hatred for ages. They are not easily controlled. That is why we use slaves to power the golems now. As well, the mines are simply not stable. Tombs can collapse, so we take care not to move too many golems at once, to avoid shaking the foundations of the fortress. What? You should get on with your work. Grand Inquisitor Gia is growing impatient for the Jade Golem to be completed. Select a suitable victim and create a spirit shard.
Who are you? Some new acolyte? I've seen a lot of your kind. I watch over the slaves you deliver to the extractor. The inevitability of their deaths is amusing. Haven't even earned your markings yet, I see. Master Gong must be getting weak to allow you such freedom already. You tread dangerous ground, acolyte. Unless you plan to speed their processing in the extractor, you risk being punished for your impudence.
You will not keep them this way.
You demand it? You are clearly not here as an acolyte. If you want to die for these scrawny dogs, so be it.
You have given us a chance. Please let us out. We are free, if only for a little while. There are sure to be other guards. Thank you for what you have done, but I'm not sure where to go now.
The mine! The smaller one, remember? Before they stopped digging out the graves, there was light from the surface coming in. I heard someone got away once. I don't know if they made it out of the Necropolis, but it is a chance.
Thank you. I don't think we would have a chance without you.
What do you want?
We won't allow you to use them this way.
What? Have you lost your mind? Well, you're about to lose your life as well. This is unforgivable, acolyte.
Thank you again for your help. Thank you. I did not expect to find a kind soul in this place.
Deep tombs hold malevolent spirits from a time when the Empire nearly fell. Chaotic and powerful, they hunger for revenge. I'm sorry, but I must be sure of what you are.
'Leaping tide, heavenly wave. Leaping tide. Your time. This is
The assassins use slaves for their golems now, in part because of tombs like this. That was a remnant of the old empire, the spirit of an ancient invading horse lord. Zheng Sai, the tree that defies the fire, was one of many that threatened to level the imperial city. The spirit monks, your people, stopped them, or so they claimed. I gambled that the vengeful spirits of these marauders would sense if you truly are a spirit monk. So many people are not what they seem to be. I had to be certain. I had to be certain. I won't trouble you much longer. Now that you have disrupted Zheng Sai's spirit, you can take his body from his grave and use it in the extractor. Even in life, his kind were devoid of restraint. His spirit is pure chaos. A shard made using his ancient corpse will cripple the Jade Golem and those it commands. When you finish your master's other task, present the shard to earn passage to the inner chambers. Inside is the information you need to proceed to the palace. I, however, will not be leaving. I will make that plain soon enough. Appease your master. When you are ready to enter the inner chambers, I will tell you why your success is so important. This fortress holds many secrets. Some are valuable, some are dangerous, and some are hidden because the dark is where they belong.
Kakawair uksair kopi ira taka ano. Kawi air kipo. Utarawi ir. Kukitir sanir naur kuk wupan. Safa afsoni wakwihir fonir noni wo yak kupti yid.
Wo sawir nok swolf son seer son of fonius us.
Longsword, do not
Vosa ir Lucy, wo nika wonoyu. Wonawair sunpunao, pok narawair.
My own demons distract me in this place, but I hold no love for your new master or the master above him. If you kill one, why not two? Distractions are the key to weakness in the target. If you look to the future, Master Gong will have his plans come crashing down on him.
So, you are the new Lotus Acolyte under Master Gong. No one else has reason to be here. He was quick to favor you. New recruits are typically held in isolation. I will instruct you on the use of the golem press and crane. Forming the golems is an honored task that elevates us above slaves and mere servants. Press is simple to use. Using this machine, we can create a legion of warrior golems in a day.
That explains how they are produced in such numbers. But is it for the Emperor or Death's Hand?
This is only one step. Here we create husks devoid of energy. Each golem needs a spirit shard to move, and a Jade golem must guide them all. For each shard, a spirit must be reduced to its essence. For a time we used those that lingered near their graves, mining them as if they were silver. No longer. The recently dead make a stronger, more obedient golem, if the death is painful. With a Jade golem guiding them, legions act as one, utterly obedient. The extraction chamber is a far more interesting place to work. The screams over there are music. Here we have only the creaking of clay. You nearly saw one as you entered, but they are rare. Falling victim to an obvious danger like a dropped golem or worse, press, would take a monumental fool. The machines are loud and you can see the operator from anywhere in the room. A past victim of the press suffered more damage after the incident than during it. Reputations are very important in the Lotus Assassin Order. Falling victim to the press would cause a loss in status almost fatal in and of itself. The press is simple to operate. You select the type of body at the first station. Once the material is poured, it is funneled to the press. The press serves as a mold and a kiln. In short order, it can be opened and the new body is ready to be moved. The crane controls are at the end of the ramp. You can experiment with each station if you want, but you may as well reduce what you produce to rubble. There are no shards to power any more golems for now. You do not need to know much. We can make husks right now, but there will be no more spirit shards until the Jade Golem is completed. Very few are made. They're expensive and difficult to construct, but they are also essential. A single Jade Golem can direct and pacify a legion of others. One or two golems can be controlled by will alone, but larger numbers are unwieldy. They grow confused, their wills creeping back and bringing madness. Jade Golems keep order. Command a Jade Golem and you command them all. The current legion has not yet been assigned a Jade Golem. Master Gong will probably order you to help with that. He has not done so already. I will return to my tasks.
I marvel at your ability. You show no fear of the enemies you make. You will do well here. You have no more acolytes to train for now. Is there anything else you need? As I believe I said, I have survived by not angering anyone and not appearing too skilled. I would have enjoyed killing them, but if you lost, I would have died too. That is the way of things here. Take care of yourself first. Risks bear penalties as well as rewards.
So you are done with the extractor. That spirit shard will allow the Jade Golem to control a battalion of clay golems. Eliminate Shin and I will present you to Gia. The inner chambers are not usually accessible to acolytes, but you have proven a valuable ally. You will go far in the Lotus Assassins. Have you not been paying attention? I cannot act directly against Master Shin. If I do, we are all dead. It is that simple. Acolytes falling to other acolytes is to be expected. It is how the weak are filtered out. My actions would make it a war. An interesting idea. It has happened before, and the victim was certainly considered a fool for letting it occur. But it's impossible. You may as well try and drop one of the golems on him. You would never be so distracted as to enter the press. We are Lotus assassins, after all. Possibility. But Shin does not leave the inner chambers often, only to inspect the new slave shipments arriving in the Hall of Induction. You would have to close a great many eyes to get away with an assassination in the hall and moving the body to the press, but it would certainly send a message. The hall cleared of all witnesses, the press operator distracted, and the slave shipment stocked outside in the Necropolis before it arrives. A daunting list of tasks. Do it quietly, but use force where you must. Succeed, and I will introduce you to Grand Inquisitor Gia in the inner chambers. A rare honor for an acolyte. Finish the task I have given, acolyte.
I marvel at your ability. You have no more acolytes to
I have been separated.
I don't have time to talk.
What do you want now, Acolyte? Unless the press is damaged, you have no reason to speak with us. You are right to marvel at its stability. It is a machine in balance. Only errors of its operators have damaged it before.
Several foolish acolytes were killed for damaging it. It's not so hard to use properly. All you do is work the crane and occasionally add phoenix oil to the material selector.
The measure of oil has been wrong too often. Kia Jong gives it out too freely. I will see to it that your kind are only given pre-measured containers of it. Gong needs to better train his acolytes. You were obviously rushed through the initiation process.
Phoenix oil is a viscous liquid that burns at an incredible temperature. It heats the press to cure the golem husks. If there's too much in the machine, it burns too hot. Too little and the golems crumble. The merchant brings the oil from the craftsman of the Golden Delta.
By the will of the Emperor, Death's Hand had it created.
With parts stolen from some great celestial...
That's nonsense. Not everything our craftsmen create is stolen or gifted from somewhere else. We have the capability on our own. That is unfortunate, because the needs of an acolyte are of little concern.
Our tasks are done for the day, but Grand Inquisitor Gia could request us at any time. We must be ready to respond if the golem press malfunctions.
Nothing short of her order or an emergency repair will move us. Step away, Acolyte. You are of no concern to us. Leave us, Acolyte.
Are you the student I am waiting for? I can't delay any longer. I cannot miss the window of opportunity for a summoning. As I was saying, golems are playthings, devoid of cunning. The latest stockpile stands idle, waiting for a Jade golem to make them useful, or waste.
I will show Grand Inquisitor Gia that tapping the spirit realm for servants is more efficient. Witness as I effortlessly summon an able minion from the void. There are hardly any preparations needed, Acolyte. They want to serve. They tell me so. Golems want nothing. Watch and learn. Okir sitaka wowir, wosayir yuf paun. No, no! This isn't right! Destroy them!
Your end is near.
You saw nothing of this. Nothing. I have to continue my research before Gia knows of my failure. Oh, I know it can work.
Ikakahia wo no ka kihia ia wo shafia o ka uki ia ayayu. Pier shaf uk ni uksa ia sun puno kahun wo wasrafno sositu no ko ota napia ifa ia o. Ikakahia Niu sosawa ia wa tasi no ni nano yopa napia ifa ia o. Awa utkua wo kokopia kawa ia e wo. Wo kawa ia tanke ia nano wo ia. O kia nek ni pesia. Wo siwania sa ia sakaku usawa ia nu pato. Wo so au ia ni tu. Wasrafno sositu no ko ota napia.
What do you want? Is that so? Why should I step aside for a new blood acolyte? I have my own position to think about, and I will not be so easily replaced. If you bring an order from Master Gang, I will relent, as he is my master too. Until then, I am not moving. I see. The ways of the Order are mysterious and brutal. If an opening is created away from witnesses, all of us under him will benefit. I understand. I will tend to the golems that are being readied for the Jade Golem's command. I do not think I will be able to return to this room today. But a thought occurs to me. If one opening raises us all, 2 openings will raise us further. If something were to befall the good master, just something you might want to ponder.
Yes, Acolyte? We need to get all of the witnesses out of the hall. To succeed, everything must be in place. The hall... When all 3 of these are completed, Shin will be vulnerable. If you manage to do it, I will let you present the spirit shard for the Jade Golem. But...
What do you want now, Acolyte? Unless the press is damaged, you have no reason to speak with us. What? Which one of you idiots threw off the mixture? It doesn't matter.
3 days calibrating it for perfect clay husks, and some new blood fool ruins it in an instant.
The supports for the mold injectors will be charred. We'll have to find a smith to forge new ones. Ugh, what a mess. I don't need you to tell me that, Acolyte. I swear, I'm going to recommend that your kind never touch it again.
So much wasted work. If we don't get it fixed, Gio will have us slaughtered.
I know. We need to go to the market district and find a smith. Come on, we're wasting time.
What do you wish? Yes. Master Shin will be inspecting them when they arrive, but there is no sign of them yet. Perhaps they were delayed in the Necropolis.
You there! Stand aside, or risk the ire of the Lotus assassins. These prisoners must be delivered to the fortress to be inspected by Master Shin. I will not allow you to make me late. And why is that? Keep your reason short, or you'll be dead before you're done.
We will not allow you to keep these people.
You are mad to test an assassin. I'll kill you where you stand.
Longsword!
Are you taking us to the Lotus assassins? What? Thank you. Thank you so much. I knew someone would stop them. Someone kind and honest.
I'm glad we helped them. I feel good for a change.
Thank you.
What is going on here? Where are my slaves? The golems require spirit shards. And where are my attendants? Delays and laziness will be repaid in blood. No one disobeys the orders of Shin. You are Gang's new acolyte. I see what is happening here. You think to promote your master by threatening me. You are bold, but foolish. You thought to make me vulnerable by killing my attendants and emptying the hall? A miscalculation. I am a favorite of Grand Inquisitor Jia. You will die.
Longsword!
Terrible tragedy has reached my ears. Our respected Master Shin has met his end in a rather embarrassing fashion. I came quickly after hearing of his stumble. Perhaps it was the cold of the sanctum that made him careless and dulled his senses. Open the press. I will make certain he's dead, but not from too close. I don't want to share his tragically foolish fate. Yes, quite dead. How unfortunate. We should honor our fallen comrade. I am distracted. Our thoughts can't be from this place. I think the choice is obvious. Very good, Acolyte. Very good indeed. You have secured a promising future for your master, despite some minor disruptions. With Shin out of the way, I am free to present you and the Jade Golem Spirit Shard to my masters. I will be lauded, and you will share in my good fortune. Come to me when you are ready for the ritual. I will be outside the door to the inner chambers, waiting for their acknowledgement that the Jade Golem is ready.
You are nearing your goal. Grand Inquisitor Jia keeps many secrets in the inner chambers, enough to appease the princess and earn your way to the palace. But you may learn more than she wants to know. I know that I did, many years ago. You know that Master Li tried to stop his brother and failed. I was not there to witness that, so I only have the details that you are aware of yourself. Hui in Tian's Landing told you that in response to that act, Master Li's wife was condemned to death. She was with child at the time. This I know for certain. I was there. I was one of the elite ordered to kill Master Li's family.
What? I knew you had a troubled past, that you were asked to do horrible things, but this is beyond anything I imagined.
Death's hand brought the order to kill the family. We were cowards if we could not see the wisdom of his order. It was the will of the Emperor. I could not question the orders. They could not be wrong. Dirge was burning. Your master had fled, and we stood over a woman who had just given birth. I hesitated, and she was killed. For years I wondered what kind of creature could issue such an order, and what I was for following it. It was easier to be a coward than to question the Empire. Now I understand, and I hope I have shown you as well. They broke a sacred trust. I have returned because of that, even though I know what Death's hand is. My fate is sealed, but one secret must live on. I killed them all, my fellow assassins. I would not let them finish their mission. Master Li's child still lives.
Are you ready to be presented to my masters and participate in the creation of the Jade Golem? It will be glorious. Make certain you have finished all other business in the fortress. Lotus acolytes are rarely the same after meeting with Grand Inquisitor Jia.
I marvel at your ability. You have no more acolytes to... Goodbye.
Are you ready to be presented to my masters and participate in the creation of the Jade Golem? It will be glorious. Make certain you have... Yes. Now we shall reap the rewards we both deserve.
Preparations are complete. The spirit shard is prepared, thanks to the skills of our newest Lotus acolyte.
And my efforts to accelerate his training.
Shut up, Gong. Your contribution has been noted. Now, we must complete the ritual. A score of clay golems stand idle without a focus. This Jade Golem will awaken them all, direct them as one. Insert the spirit shard. Let this legion of immortals give glory to our masters. What? What is wrong? I command you. I demand that you obey.
Corrupted this Jade Golem. It is linked to a legion of warriors that now run mad. The Foundation will crumble. Who are... you? Wait. I can sense it on you. You are the one. You carry the other pieces of the amulet.
I am so sorry, Grand Inquisitor Gia. It is my new acolyte. There was some kind of mistake.
Fool! So blinded by petty schemes that you cannot see a threat in our midst? You are worthless! And you, hidden in plain sight like your master, you caught us unsuspecting but not unprepared. Who are you to think you could enter our lair so easily? You lay claim to a powerful lineage. Indeed, you seem to have correctly named your enemy, despite the more obvious target of Death's Hand. That is why Death's Hand stands at the forefront of the assassins. He draws attention, diverts criticism, while the Emperor solidifies his power. You are like every other simpering peasant that has graced our dungeons. What did any of them contribute to the glory of our age before the Emperor dared to make something of them? That is the beauty of what Sun Hai has done. He has taken the raw material of the Empire and extracted something useful. For every magistrate that objects, or peasant that asks questions, another golem is forged, an army undying. But through all this, a threat remained, a traitorous sibling and a hidden protege. We did not know a face or a name, but we knew what they would need. The amulet, its pieces spread like petals to the wind. You have caught a few, but you are far from your peak, and not every golem was linked to this corrupted husk. Goodbye, Spirit Monk. I will inform Death's Hand of your passing. You are strong, but you do not know real power. Our strength lies in preparation. We have warriors across the Empire and other Jade golems that are not corrupted. You have diminished us, but it is not a mortal wound. Death's hand will be here soon. You will be my gift to him, drawn as you were by your precious amulet. Live or die, the will of the Emperor be done.